Hey guys, so we have a new Kingdom Hearts 4 interview to take a look at. They sat down with Famitsu, both Nomura and Yasue, and there's a lot of good little tidbits of information in this that I feel like you guys would very much like to know. So I put together the highlights and I wanted to talk about them with you guys. Break down all the little bits of information that we can find from this interview and see what it truly means. This video is going to be a bit more casual, like I don't have a script, I'm just going to be reading the interview and just going through the prompts. But still, I appreciate your support for watching anyway. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe for more Kingdom Hearts content. I will be leaving the full interview in the description below if you want to take a look at it. For this video, I'm only going to have the very specific sections that I think are interesting to you guys. So let's get started. This one was talking about Kingdom Hearts 4's release date of late 2027. It sounds like it is very difficult to adjust. Is there a possibility that it will be extended from the release of the second half of 2027? Nomura says, the staff are also particular about it, and there are some who are more particular than me. However, as mentioned in the panel, the release date will not be delayed. Yasue saying the game is progressing more smoothly than ever in the history of the Kingdom Hearts series. So I hope you can be rest assured about that. Back to Nomura with the delivery time is quite early before the release date, to the extent that it is not at the level of a buffer. That's why I'm rushing back home. It's kinda insane that they said that this is the smoothest Kingdom Hearts game to ever be in development. Thinking about all the other ones that they had on mobile devices or on PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3, Kingdom Hearts 4 is the one that they're the most comfortable with. I mean, we all saw the developmental issues that Kingdom Hearts 3 was dealing with them having to switch engines in the middle of development, which is mainly why the game got delayed for so long, because it's actually so affirming that they're locking in that 2027 release date. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, you kinda got used to all the delays and such, so to see that they're standing 10 tones down and being like, no, the game will not be delayed, it's fantastic. He also mentions that he has to rush back home to get back to work, so I respect the hustle, very, very cool. Coco was adapted as a world in Kingdom Hearts 4 because the theme of the Land of the Dead is linked to Kingdom Hearts 4, right? In Kingdom Hearts 4, Sora tries to return to the original world from the world beyond called Quadratum, the world of death as perceived by Sora and the others in their reality, which is similar to modern Tokyo. Coco is also a story about Miguel getting lost in the Land of the Dead, where his ancestors live, and he struggles to return to the original world from there. Nomura saying, that's right, I decided this during the early stages because I definitely wanted to put it in Kingdom Hearts 4. I think this world was the fastest to start development. Yasue saying, because of that, it was the world where the development was the most advanced. The country of Mexico and the music are also completely different from the previous worlds of Kingdom Hearts so far. And the atmosphere is fresh, isn't it? It's true, the atmosphere of the city is also colorful and lively. Yasue saying, that's right, it's flashy and the characters in that world are crazy, so they make little strange movements. And the city is very third dimensional. There are also more and more attractions that can be moved. It's going around in circles, it's going up, and the city is very large, and there are exploration elements. The construction of the city is more amazing than ever. I can't say specifically yet, but moving around is also very fun. The battle system is also like the Kingdom Hearts series, and there is also a cooperation technique with Hector. Yasue saying, yes, in addition to swinging the Keyblade, he uses the guitar and incorporates musical elements into battle. There are also other mysteries. No, there are a lot of factors that I can't say anymore, and then they laugh. Nomura saying, this work is the best creation of any world in the past. That's why the total number of worlds is not large. The world of Coco was revealed at the showcase the day before the panel. So people said, isn't there another world announcement at the panel? I saw some people who were expecting it, but if you announce it at such a high pace, the information will run out quite quickly before the release. However, in fact, the world of Coco shown off was only a small part. It was a great opportunity to show it at D23, so I briefly unveiled the world of Coco, which was originally planned to be introduced a little later. There is also an opportunity to introduce it again, so please look forward to the follow-up in the future. I really appreciate that they're not talking about all the little hidden moves. There's something about the way they're handling Kingdom Hearts 4 that seems to be a lot more under wraps. I appreciate that they're hiding specific moves from us. I would love to experience them when we actually get the game. But there is that part that he said about the total number of worlds not being large. So it makes you wonder, how many worlds are actually going to be in the game? Kingdom Hearts 3 maybe had like 6 or 7 worlds in total, just counting the Disney stuff outside of the original stuff. So it makes me wonder how many worlds are actually going to be in Kingdom Hearts 4. Considering Coco is already confirmed, I'm thinking maybe we get 4 or 5 more Disney worlds. And considering Coco is already tied into the story's narrative, I'm hoping that the rest of the Disney worlds can do the same. And it's looking like the Disney worlds are going to be stacked with stuff to do. The biggest that we have ever seen in the series. But there is another way for this to go. For this being a Kingdom Hearts game with a small Disney world list, I'm imagining that we're going to be doing a lot of revisits with older characters, potentially revisiting older worlds, but it not being playable Sora. Similar to how we saw Donald and Goofy showing up in the Underworld, I don't think Sora specifically will be showing up in the Underworld. I think this is specifically a section just for Donald and Goofy and maybe other playable characters. So what if we get other playable sections in other Disney worlds like playable Aqua, Kairi, Roxas, something like that. And then we get the new worlds like Coco or Star Wars with just Sora. I think it's a great opportunity for them to add more playable sections with other playable characters without having to add an entirely new world. They can use the old world designs and just throw the old characters in it. I would totally be fine with that. And then when Sora shows up to the new worlds, it's just all flashy and massive and beautiful like they're saying. Also, now this means that the competition for what worlds are going to be in Kingdom Hearts 4 just got super fierce. A lot of your fan favorites just got eliminated right off the bat. So with it being slim pickings of what these worlds are going to be, what worlds do you actually think will be in Kingdom Hearts 4? Funny enough, I was going to make a video about this right before this interview, trying to predict the world list. So thank God I waited, because hearing this little bit of information where they're like, there's not really that many Disney worlds, very helpful in making that video. Anyway, so this is talking about the Kingdom Hearts phone game characters that appeared in the trailer. In the first place, I didn't know what kind of characters they were because their appearances were limited in the smartphone versions, and it's almost like there are new characters. However, Sigurd also came out in Nomura-san's hidden message on the 20th anniversary. The message saying that Sigurd should be careful. It was very mysterious. And Nomura says, "I really like Sigurd." Yasue replying, "It's true that Sigurd is good. He has good taste. I love him too." The interviewer goes, "What? You're praising him?" And Nomura replies, "Be careful, is that what you meant? I like that." Interviewer goes, "Yeah, I think he's a character who seems to have a lot of intentions. He's a character that I can't hate?" Yasue replies, "He's probably the type of character that has not been in Kingdom Hearts until now. The number of his fans in the company is also increasing rapidly." Nomura saying, "We haven't announced it yet, but the voice actor's performance is also great. He was a person with pretty good intuition, and he acted more than what we were looking for." I want to start by saying that Nomura mentioning that Sigurd is a character that he likes like this is a massive red flag. Nomura is usually much more specific about characters that have a bit of layers to them, so there's probably a lot more to this character that he wants us to keep a lookout for. This could also lie into his potential motives, as we've seen Sigurd in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailers be different depending on what scene he's in. Where in one scene he's completely cool, calm, and collective while the city is being attacked, and in another scene he's thrown right onto the battlefield looking scared for his life. So it seems like this character might be a sneaky one, who acts one way in front of others and then another way behind the scenes. I knew it! I knew this character had a lot of sauce. He's probably going to be a lot of fun whenever he shows up on screen. In many words, Sigurd is noteworthy. I'm curious about who the voice actor is, and also in the long version of the trailer, Riku also appeared. And the venue was very excited. Nomura says, "It was so exciting that Kairi's lines afterwards were drowned out." That was Kairi after all? I couldn't hear her past the cheers. Nomura says, "During the trailer release at the panel, the last part seemed to be cut off before the trailer had dropped. The English version of the voice recorded in advance with the line in this trailer. If you were at the venue, please check it out again on YouTube." So there you go, it basically confirms that the voice that we heard at the end of the Kingdom Hearts 4 teaser trailer was Kairi. You can kind of tell this is just like a voice that we've known for such a long time, like Alison Stoner hits every time she's in this role. Do you know how cool it is, and probably as a creative, to see the crowd reaction be so big that they missed the ending of the trailer? That had to be so vindicating to be in a room full of people who love what you do just going absolutely insane. And this also confirms that Nomura is chronically online. This man peeped that people were like, "Oh my god, that's Kairi's voice? This is now like people theorizing?" I already know he's probably been on here seeing some of the videos and such. That'd be so crazy. Anyway, very cool to see Kairi confirmed. Sora joins the Dandelions, who cooperate with the Quadratum government. In addition, there are lines in the trailer that Sora seems to be a part of the Dandelions, and young Xehanort is there with who appears to be Xigbar in a black coat. So to repeat King Mickey's line, there's a lot of information. What are the Dandelions in this game? Does Sora want to return to his original world by becoming a member of the Dandelions? Of course, there are those who have been interested in the series, but this may be the first time for those who are only following the numbered games. Dandelions is the name of an organization that gathered excellent Keyblade users that appeared in the aforementioned X series. These are the phone games. In this game, there are Dandelions cooperating with the government of Quadratum, and the Keyblade users who came to this world, including Sora, participate. So it looks like we finally got a bit more confirmation about the government of this world, and that the Dandelions don't seem to actually be a part of the government, but only helping them out. Kinda seems like a separate branch or a mercenary for hire kind of thing. And it's kind of hysterical, because we've always been talking about Sora needing a job and Sora having to get a job when he's in this world. But it turns out Sora got recruited to work for the government. Like, Sora has a real good job. He's probably getting benefits, dental, all that. What is really interesting about this is because I'm wondering how the government is going to play in the story. We know that the government is going to be like a stand-in for Final Fantasy Versus 13 somehow, and I imagine Sora doesn't seem like the type to want to work for the government for so long. I imagine the moment that he finds out that the government is doing something corrupt, he will break out of there and do whatever he can to tear the entire organization down. And if we get like a scene where Sora's doing like a police raid inside of a building and we're just beating up a bunch of officers, I really hope that's playable. That would be so fun. But the Dandelions being a different branch of the government is interesting. It does seem like this Quadratum organization is overseeing it all, and maybe just hiring these Keyblade wielders to deal with the darkness that is invading this world. Still, I don't see Sora playing nice with the government for too long. That just doesn't seem like his personality. The moment he finds something wrong, he's going to take matters into his own hands. So for this part, they're talking about the voice actors for Sora and Riku. In the panel, photos of the two of them at the recording of the first Kingdom Hearts game were also released, and I got a good impression of the history of the series. How is the progress of voice recording for Kingdom Hearts 4 for the two of you? Yasue saying, English voice recording is in full swing right now. There are a lot of lines, and there is a time difference, but a lot of the staff from Japan are participating. However, 60 or 70% of the overseas recording is already completed and has progressed considerably. Nomura saying, by the way, the Japanese voice recording has already ended. However, the volume of the script for this game is a little less than double of that of Kingdom Hearts 3. So the recording schedule was really difficult. There were some parts where I wanted to put in more, but it exceeded the limit. So would you look at that? The Japanese voice acting for Kingdom Hearts 4 is already completed, and they're 60 to 70% done with all the overseas recording. This basically means that the game is nearly done. Like, they've done all the heavy lifting and are kind of just doing the final touches right now. I think the most interesting thing about this had to be that Kingdom Hearts 4 has nearly double the script of Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 is already a massive game with tons of cutscenes and long cutscenes for that matter. So to see that Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be nearly doubling that length is quite a feat. We're probably going to be getting a lot more cutscenes and probably a much longer main story because of it. If you think about it, Kingdom Hearts 3 you could have got done with maybe within 20 hours or so. Will Kingdom Hearts 4 be the first ever 40-hour mainline Kingdom Hearts game with maybe 60 to 80 hours of extra content based on how big these worlds are looking? This might be an absolute behemoth of a game, bigger than any other Kingdom Hearts game we've ever seen. And he basically confirmed that by saying the script is twice as long as the last game. That in itself is exciting. This game just looks like it's going to be huge. Finally, send a message to those who are waiting for Kingdom Hearts 4. The fans were very warm and the cheers were amazing, so it renewed my feelings that I had to do my best in the last push. And Nomura saying, initially I wasn't planning to come to this D23 at first because I was leaving it to Yasue, but I was pushed by many surrounding voices. I was moved to feel everyone's enthusiasm directing over the trailer, and I was glad to have a valuable experience and nostalgic reunion. As for information on Kingdom Hearts 4, we have lifted the ban on full-scale information at this point, but the information will be gradually released, so please wait for the follow-up. Also, there will be something about the 25th anniversary next year, so please look forward to that announcement. And there you have it. The thing that he says about the 25th anniversary has me pretty excited, because what on earth could he possibly be talking about? Like, we already got Kingdom Hearts 4 with a release window and an anime coming out. What could he possibly be revealing with this 25th anniversary announcement? I imagine they're going to be doing a lot more. It seems like Disney wants to get a lot more involved with Kingdom Hearts, and that is a topic for another day. But yes, this was great. I loved reading all the interviews and finding all the little tidbits of information I can find. It's so exciting that we're, like I said, this is it. The Kingdom Hearts 4 hype. We're in it. We're in it right now. And it's beautiful. But of course, let me know what you guys think about this interview in the comment section below. Anything specific? Maybe about the Disney World length, the size of the script, or anything else that I mentioned. Still, thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and stay awesome.